I am back. Thank you so much for clicking back on this video, and for the people that have stayed with me or just come by periodically and visit. Thank you very much. This is my locks. This is a locks story, a little short story as I'm getting ready to do a barrel crawl. My locks are actually 8 years old. I believe come I want to say October, about 8 years old, and my length is pretty good. I mean, I would have to like stand up a little bit so you can see that it's a pretty good length. So one of the secrets, and then people ask me, about, especially when they're starting their locks, always try to keep it hydrated if you can. My hair is like semi dry, so I can just run through it. This week I'm using a peppermint oil. You can use different kinds of hydrating oils, and I'm just putting enough. I don't want to tip my hair, but it's just like a good bit to just go through and massage your hair and your scalp. Like I said, I'm not doing a retwist, but it is a style that I did see on YouTube. I didn't write down who the person was who actually demonstrated it. I don't know who the original person is, but barrel twist is not exactly new. It's new to me because I use uh, pipe cleaners, rods when I want a curly pattern. As you can see, there's no curl pattern here at all. None. So you also want some water, and with the water you're going to hydrate some more. And I don't think there's a certain order. You can spray it first, then, and it's not even going to be a soaking. It's just going to be like just a moist spray. I don't want it soaking wet, or I would just ran my head under the faucet and did it. But yeah, in order to get the good pattern, and you could probably feel it as it's going along to see if it's starting to dry, because my hair eats up water and moisture and heat. If I put heat in my hair, trust me, it's going to hold for a few minutes. I remember when I was getting it flat iron, it used to do that. Oh, there's one more thing I'm going to need. I will use this to keep my hair from I will use that to keep my hair from getting in the way. Just a quick hair tie, and also some little rubber bands, little black rubber bands. You can get a lot of them from the hair store. It's actually 500. It doesn't really matter like how much you get. It's just sometimes it's a one-time use depending on what you've used them for. And it feels okay. It doesn't really. My hair is extremely dry. That's what I was saying. My hair is extremely dry, so I'm really just trying to, since I am doing this for a curl pattern, to make sure that it feels good. Okay, so I have 4 strands. And I'm going to use those. I'm going to take my longest strand, which you can use any strand you want, but I'm going to use my longest strand against the 3 strands. So it's 1 against the 3. And then I'm going to just wrap it around the 3. The single strand, I'm going to wrap around the 3. And I don't want like a lot of space, and I don't want it tight. Because you notice that most of the people that have natural hairstyles and lock hairstyles, they don't want things tight. And that's a good way to go, because most of the time, even when I used to get it braided, the headaches that would appear, they were almost like migraines. And I would come home after I paid all that money to get my hair braided and take it out. Okay, so here we are. We got a little bit left. And you can see that's a little tail. So I'm going to put it with the others, and then I'm going to grab another strand of hair so we can continue to go down the shaft or down the strand in the same manner. That's all a barrel is. You just keep on. So once I get down to, let's see where I want to stop, I'm going to lay this part, it's like a tail, I'm going to lay this up, and then I'm going to start wrapping the longer one that's left around going up. This means you have nowhere else to go. You have to go back the other way. And you can actually tuck, let's see, I'm trying to, yeah, you can actually tuck that. Me personally, I don't, because my hair doesn't, it likes to unravel. That's where the rubber bands are coming from. You don't have to use rubber bands on all your barrel twists, but it helps it not unravel for me. And that's it. It's 4 strands. I'm gonna get 4 more. Ow, that hurt. I'm gonna get 4 more and do it again. I'm going straight down the strands, making sure that they're good and moist. Here's my 4, and it's funny because with locks they're so uneven. Look at this. And try to look at this. There's this one, and then there's the rest. So I just pick one and wrap it around the other strands. See that? Just wrap it around the other strands. And like I said, nothing tight. Just go around. And try not to go too far, like with the space, because you want a nice pattern. And then what I'm going to do once I'm actually done with all my barrel curls, I'm going to go ahead and jump in the shower. That's going to give me more moisture as far as the pattern goes. And then by tomorrow, it'll have a pretty wave. And then I'll be ready for another style, I'm sure. Since I have to work, like work, I'll go around one more time so you can see. All I did was put these 2 together. And then I'm going to grab this one and go around. Oh, it's like super hot in here. Can't seem to really regulate my heat right now. It's either cold, or hot. I don't know where you guys live at, but here we had snow. I'm going to lay this one up. I'm going to lay these 2 up, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to wrap my last strand and start going in an upward motion. So you can see that. And what was I saying? Oh, the weather. Oh my gosh. I have really gotten to the point where I'm just studying the weather because I go to work early in the morning and I don't work far like some people. Oh, that one didn't. See, I'm not even trying to tuck them because I already know my hair has a mind of its own and it will unravel. So it's almost like a lock knot, but it's not, because if you look at these, it's a nice little twist. Okay, now I really didn't need, I don't feel like I really need to let's see if we can get one more. If I really need a hair tie, because it's not like my hair is in the way. I just want to make sure that I'm not all over the place. My hair is skipping and all that. Like I said, just good and damp. Anyway, so the other night we had like an ice storm, and I had been seeing it on the news, and they were saying it was coming this way. And all I kept thinking is, I'd rather have the snow, like everybody was complaining, about the snow and having to clean off the car and all this, but I would rather the snow than ice any day. Because to me, with ice, You don't have no traction. You don't have no control. And I don't care what you in. And then as always, you have to be leery of people who drive the same. They drive the same when it's, here's my little tail here. They drive the same when it's wet as they do when it's dry. And there is a difference because you don't have as much traction to stop on a dime when it's wet. So, okay, there's another one. So I just wrap this one around. This one gonna be longer. Okay, so I'm gonna lay my little tail down, and then I'm gonna go up. Yeah, so I like to ride like Miss Daisy, very slow when it's bad, and I highly recommend that for anybody. Don't take it for granted. And sometimes, like in frigid temperatures, when it looks wet, it might not be wet. It might be ice. So you gotta remember that. You know what? I might use that hair tie after all, because let's see. I'm just basically filling it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just doing mine in fours. I guess you could do more or you could do less. I like the four. I've tried it before and it turned out well. That's why I said I'm going to use the stain from the shower. Plus, I just oiled it. Plus the water. And it's a little bit of olive oil in my water. That's another good way, because when you're doing like retwists and stuff, you don't want to do retwists on dry hair. That's a bad idea. And even though, like I said, with my channel, we're going to be doing different things. I'm going to be doing different things. I think that my hair care is, let's see, when I hold my hand up like that, that says, you know, that's the end of that tail. That's the end of that. I'm moving on to the second one, and I actually am just wrapping it around 2, and then I'll be wrapping it around 1. And it's very simple. It's a very quick way to curl your hair. If, just say you want to go out tomorrow, and instead of it being straight like this, you wanted something else, and you can actually, okay, so now we're going down to 1. You can actually wear it with your barrel curls. And you can also style barrel curls, but I wanted to just do a basic barrel curl. See that? Lay it down and just wrap. Wait a minute. Just wrap going up. So yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about driving in bad weather, but I can only tell you that it has had me so unnerved. I will not be complaining about the summer, because I take the heat and some rain as compared to the winters. Like this one here was different. Okay, let me see if I have 4 up here, because I'm probably, let me see, that's 3. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, that it doesn't look, oh wow, like I just threw it together, because it comes up pretty good when you do it right, you know, without a retwist. I did it. It was just nice and full. But sometimes I give my hair a break from the retwist too. And I'm about to start changing my styles. So hopefully I'll be able to do it more regularly. I don't know whether that means once a month or whatever, because of the way I work a lot, and I work doubles. So I'm not always in a mood or able to. I'm going to put that back here. Or able to record like I want to, because I'll be having things to do. And I'm in on my hustle, because I have other things I'm trying to get launched, you know, off the ground or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna lay this one down I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not that. It's only about what I've been leaving. What, an inch? About an inch, half inch. And then I wrap it all around. This is one. It's actually being wrapped around one. It felt like it was twisting a little bit. I don't like that, so I don't want it twisting. Then after I get it down, see if I can show y'all. Okay, this is the tail I just finished, and then this was the remainder. So I'm just gonna lay this down and then wrap around. Even though my hair started twisting for some strange reason, I know y'all can see that. Look at that. That's what I was talking about. My hair does not cooperate. But just be real careful with putting rubber bands on locks. I'm not a big fan of them. That's why I don't put them on tight. Because my hair actually will, like, start to, like, the little pieces will wrap around the rubber band. I'm not a big fan of them. But, let's see if we can get a couple over here done. Now, hold on. I don't know how many I got here. They look spaced, don't they? I don't think it's that bad. And plus, it does need. I'm in need of the retwist. I'm just not ready to retwist it yet, but I will. And moisten that hair. Count your locks, and I use my longest. I always use my longest first, because I feel like if I can get that one out the way, just wrapping it around the others, that's a good way to not get stuck with such a long lock. And make sure that they're not tight, because if you're doing them too tight or you're going too close to the root, it's going to be tight. And I really don't like anything tight anymore. I've been over that. I hope you guys had a good week. I had a pretty good week. I did my doubles, and I had a few days off. I had to spend it with my grandson, and Valentine's Day. It's not just, like, I usually don't worry about Valentine's Day too much. Why? Because I'm still single. And it doesn't bother me. Like, I'm good. I like going out, hanging out, and coming home. My concern is going out, hanging out, and coming home. I don't want to get set in a pattern where, I love the peace of not having to be stressed out. But some relationships, and I'm not talking about all relationships, but some relationships, they're very stressful. Alright. So, that's going to be a lot more to wrap around, if you ask me. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do it. Alright. I'll just use the shorter one. I really don't have much choice. So I'm just going to do it where, no. I think I'm just going to wrap it around a little and then go up. And then just secure it like a little lock knot. I love my lock knots. I haven't had lock knots since last year sometime. I think I had lock knots last year. I'm not sure, no, because it was COVID. I didn't have lock knots last year. I can't remember the time last time I had lock knots. It makes my hair really look short. Because I know some people actually was like, did you cut your hair? And I'm like, no, I didn't cut my hair. You think I grew it this long? 8 years to sit here and cut it? And when I do cut it, I'm probably just going to cut it in a style and let it grow. There you go. And let it grow out of the style over there and do something else. My hair just eats up moisture. Like, where I moisten it, it's already dry. But if I wanted it to dry like that, it wouldn't. It wouldn't dry like that. I like this style. You can just run it down. I'm going to, I was going to put it up, but I like it down sometimes, but not as long as what my natural locks are. Because then putting it in a hairnet, it's just keep popping out and not cooperating and all that. So, anyway, like I was saying, I hope you guys aren't having to deal with the weather like we have had this harsh weather, because a lot of places had those ice storms where they were like really bad. And I just pray that everybody made it home safe and stuff, because I be like not wanting to leave the house, you know what I mean? That's why I say I'm working on some other stuff, because I would love to work from home. And just like what I do, they call us essential. So that actually means that if we have to go, it's like everybody else be home in their bed, nice and safe and warm. And I'm like, that's not looking right to me at all. Hold on. I'm trying to just do my little side here. So I don't like doing it like that, because I got a feeling I'm going to be having an over. I'm going to have somebody left out. That's what happened last time. Somebody got left out. And I didn't mean to. But then I had all this wavy hair, and a couple of them are straight. That's why you gotta take it. You gotta sit down and really take your time, so that you can make sure that everything is going as planned. It's not a style that takes a long time, and that's good news. Because I be getting to the point where I just don't want to be bothered sometimes, and other times I don't mind. It's just up and down with me. Okay, there's your first one. Here's your next one. And it's not a big deal. Just, don't overthink it. When you run out of your first strand, just put it, when it gets really small, put it with the next strand. And then, that's the only thing that bugs me, is when I get them and I have so much left from the last, I didn't even measure. But it's not a big deal, because you're going to go right back up that shaft. So since you're going to go back up the shaft, just tuck so that it's neat and then secure. All mine going to be secure. But if you're able to tuck some of your ends, tuck them. Try to remember which ones have the rubber bands, because you don't want to be rough, taking them out, because you're like, oh, I don't think I put a rubber band on this. I could just unravel it, and there's a rubber band there. You don't want that. Hold on. Now see how that one's really spaced out? I don't want that. I'd rather have them like super close, so that everybody gets a wave. This smells good. You would think that the peppermint oil would stink, but it really doesn't. I like it. I really like olive oil. I like peppermint oil. I think I'm going to try a different one next time. I don't know what, but I feel like this. As long as you keeping your hair hydrated, whether it's locks or braids or natural styles, whatever, it should be hydrated to a certain extent, so that you don't get breakage, especially when you try to do different things, different styles to the hair. This is so easy, guys. You're gonna love this style. And when you take it out, you don't have to take it out, but when you do take it out, it should be super wavy. I wouldn't wait a long period of time to take it out, though, because then it dries, and you're not going to get the look. you want it. Like, I did that. I did it, I think, because I liked the actual way the style was, and my hair was kind of like in a protective style type situation, so I just left it. And when I went to take it out, some of them had already started unraveling, so it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted it to still be wavy. You're going to have to go ahead and shoot your best, because this is a quick tutorial on making your hair curly like overnight. This is not going to last weeks. If you want it to last for weeks, wet it or wash it real good, put your oils on there, and then do your protective style. And then when you take it down, it'll have that pattern. This is like an overnight thing. This is like, I don't want my hair to be super wavy or super curly, but if that's what you want, then you should wash it really good, and it's like dripping and soaked and saturated real good. Oil it down real good. Put it in the protective style you're going to put it in, so that you get the look you want. You know, some people like rods, some people like pipe cleaners, some people just braid it up or twist it up and just let it dry for a couple days, like at least 3 or 4 days, and you'll have like a permanent wave for a couple weeks. I don't see this lasting a couple weeks. I've done it before for a quick wave, and it didn't last a couple weeks to me, but it did what I wanted it to do. Like if I had plans tomorrow or something, and I just wanted it to have a cute little wave pattern to it so I could wear it out, or, you know, half up and half down or whatever, I could do that, and it would be pretty cool. We are running. Okay, there you go. There you go. And like I said, because I don't have a lot of locks, it doesn't seem like I have a lot of locks when I get started, because I'm using 4 at a time. So if I was doing 2 at a time, I guess I'd be half done by now. But you guys get the gist. It's very easy. Okay. It's very easy to achieve. Always have a water bottle, especially for locks. The locks are so dry. Whether you're doing a retwist, a style, whether you washed it and it starts drying, you can re-wet it long enough to finish your style or whatever. Always keep you a water bottle and put some oil in it. Like, I'm probably going to change out my olive oil water and put in my peppermint oil, because I'm probably going to get a different oil. I'm liking how this is turning out already, guys. It just gave me a whole totally different look from what I had. I like it. And anything that like changes the length or changes the way you wear it just for a little while, it's pretty cool. I don't know how many of you guys have locks out there, but what do y'all do? What kind of oil do you like? What kind of styles do you like? Because most of the time for me, I'm pretty lazy. I like to just be able to put it in a pony and just go. You know what I mean? That's why I really like my locks. Trying to make sure that I'm not. See how I want to do this. So I still got quite a bit left, right? Let me hold these up. See how they go? I need one more, y'all. That's already tied up. It's like I keep picking up the same one. this is the last one I'm going to do, guys. But I'm so glad that you stayed tuned. I want you to see. No, I'm doing that. Hold on. One of them must have unraveled or something. Because why is one of them looking crazy? Yup, this one unraveled. See, that's what I'm saying. This is not like a permanent. This is not a permanent. What's the name? Because this is just a quick pattern. But I didn't like that one unraveled that fast. And I don't even know. I'm just going to do it again. It's going to be super straight while the others have a curl pattern. I don't know why that. And I'm going to see if you can see that it's already got a wave pattern. That it's already started a wave pattern. And then it'll unravel. That's why I know your hair got to be wet. Not wet, but moist. Alright, so after I do this one, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to finish this. And hopefully the part 2 will be done tomorrow. So I can just show you at least a nice wave pattern. They start to holler. You ain't never get no peace around here. It's always some noise. Yeah, you can already see where it was already starting to. That's what I'm saying. But as soon as it starts to dry, like this is not a permanent. You would have to wash it and then put it in this style, and then it'll give you the result of if you want to leave it this way, you can. You'll be able to do that. But somehow it just unraveled very quickly because it started drying. Like I said, it's just a damp, quick way to get a curl pattern. You want a more long-lasting one? Use the other steps. Yeah, exactly. That's all I want. Let's see here. I got one more. Alright guys, I'm going to finish this up. But thank you so much for sticking with me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get the notifications of when I drop that next video where I'm going to show you how these turn into something else. Stay in peace, not in pieces. Till next time.